Okay guys, this is a different video than I usually do. Most of my videos are upbeat and happy and stuff like that. But I've been doing, struggling if I ever should make this video. Um, and I kind of want to. It's not my story at all. This never happened to me. Never happened to me. I wasn't even alive when the story was taken. This person in my family went through all this shit. Um, but this is the story of my cousin Sal, who frankly died towards the end of my ninth grade year in high school. Who I had a good relationship with, but he was a Holocaust survivor. Yeah. So I'm gonna tell you his story. So I don't know exactly when year he was born, but from doing simple math, he was 16 during the events of his concentration camp stay. So I'm guessing if he was 16, it must have been either 1926 or something like that he was born in, at the best. 1926 or 1920. And he was I think he was born in Poland, if I'm not mistaken. Anyways, so obviously I don't know what his family did as a kid. I can't tell you that. I was never told that as much. I can tell you from up till 1939 what happened. So 1939, Germany invades Poland. Everyone knows that. He studies World War II history. And immediately all the Jews are rounded up, including my cousin and his parents and his family. And they are taken to a ghetto, Warsaw ghetto, where they are basically, living in horrible conditions. They're made to do a bunch of stuff. I don't know what my cousin was made to do. I couldn't ask you. I couldn't tell you. I wasn't told that much from that part of the story. I know he was taken to Warsaw ghetto in 1939. I don't know the date for that day. This is and they basically were there for like a year, I guess. So 1940 goes around, and they get taken in the middle of the night. Nazi guards, SS, break down their doors and are taken with a bunch of other people to a loading dock of trains, and are taken to on a train, and the train is headed to Auschwitz-Birkenwald concentration camp. I think that's how it went. I think that's the full name of Auschwitz, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure. I'm not good with that name, because it's two names in one, and it's... So, my uncle, my cousin, at the time was about 14, and I do know what he was in charge of back then at Auschwitz. He was in charge of doing the agricultural and stuff. So he worked in agriculture and the feeding and cleaning and shit like that. Making work and shit. While he was there, shit went down. It accumulates. I don't know much about 1943 or up to 19. I do know that he was witness to a lot of indecency. Well, obviously he was. He would get beaten on a regular basis by the guards. He never got killed, or seriously to the point where he couldn't be anywhere. He did meet Joseph Mengele at one point. He told me that on the day that he arrived, Joseph Mengele was there working, and he was the one who put him in one of the lines, and Joseph Mengele actually chose people to die or not. Joseph Mengele decided, so back to what I was saying. So 1944 rolls around, and Americans are closing into the camp of Auschwitz. And he goes in, and at one point he had found, my own cousin had found a place that he and his mother and father, and I think his brother and sister, I think he had a brother and sister, I'm not mistaken, I don't know. I think it was either he had a brother and sister or his mother and father. I think it was his mother and father. And he had a brother and sister that he could, or a sister that they could go and hide in. And he goes to his mother's in a line, and his mother says, he says to his mother, I think he says, Mom, something in Polish, Mom, I found a place we can hide in the camp, they won't find us, and we'll be safe. And his mother, I think at that point, she had just given up all hope, and she had told him in Polish his name and said that they have found that they're going to give us a shower, and yeah, it's going to be hard to tell you the story, guys. Gave him a shower, and it's going to be, can you believe it? I can't say the name in Polish, I just can't. I don't know how to say it in Polish. I can tell you his real name was Saul, that's all I can tell you. His name was Saul in English. But they're going to give us a shower, and it's going to be the hottest shower we've had, the warm shower that we haven't had. Can you believe it? It's warm. It's going to be a warm water where we haven't had a shower in 4 months. And obviously, you know what that means. It wasn't an actual shower. They're going to get gassed, and he had to actually carry his carry his mother as his job entitled. At one point he switched to a different job detail, and he had to carry his mother in into a to her grave. Well, at this point he had stolen food. He was eating of anything he could find, and he was not getting caught, and he had gotten enough strength, and he was pissed. My cousin was legit pissed. He was tired of the shit. To this day, I think he's one of my heroes in my family that I legit view as a hero. He basically walked up one night when the camp guards were, when the camp was starting to leave because the Americans were coming too close to the camp. He and guards were fleeing. My cousin came up with somehow was able to get his hands on a weapon that would kill someone, and legit stabbed 4 guards to death. 4 Nazi guards to death. Stole their uniforms, blended into the crowd, and walked out of the camp. He basically walked out, and he stabbed 4 guards and walked the fuck out of the camp. Basically made his way from Poland to a refugee area in I don't know where, and went on to live in there for a refugee area till the war ended. And then he wanted to go to America, but America was not letting a lot of people in, so he went to Canada and opened up a business in Toronto where he was a deli. He had a kosher deli, and he was a nice man. Basically, that was the story of my cousin who survived the Holocaust. Yeah, he witnessed some fucked up shit that happened there. I mean, really fucked up shit. I don't know the full story. My grandfather does, because he was more close than I had a good relationship with my cousin, but he was closer to my cousin than I was, since he died of throat cancer when I was in 9th grade. But yeah, that's it for this video, guys. Sorry for the somber mood, but I didn't want to seem cheery about this video when it comes to the Holocaust and shit. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe, guys, and I will see you guys in the next video.